So once you get the most of the hole out, we'll get a jigsaw and we can make it to the oblong shape.
I was trying to make it the same size as this punch. That way, hopefully, you can just do like
two
here, punch here. So if I got a hole here and then a hole here, then it should be easier to cut out.
Yeah, the little parts that's left over.
Yeah.
It's either jigsaw or I got an oscillating tool too. Choose either one. Just let me know when you're ready, and I'll grab this.
This is the router just to take the edges, make them
make these rounded. Yeah. The depth. I already got this one set up.
Okay.
It's battery powered, so you just turn it on and
it's already set.
Yep. And if you want, you can go around these as well with that.
Yeah.
If you want to keep this as live edge, then don't go with that. Just you get a hand sanding block to kind of just get the sharp corner off, and then we start sanding the rest of this through the grits, because we're gonna sand it up to like 220 before we put oil on it. And so for this one, have you ever used the router before?
It was cable mounted.
Okay. So it's just, you're gonna push away, so that way you don't pull towards you. What do you do? You want to get inside there?
Yeah, switch to the roller.
Get the pliers, because I got this on kind of tight, so turn the vacuum off.
Okay.
Set that to the side. Yep. And then whichever size roller you're gonna need, probably that one. Get a good one. That's just like that. Just sits on here, and get the smaller one. That should be good enough.
Now, will I use this for going on these curves and stuff too?
We can use the bigger one.
Okay.
We can put this back on because it's got the two sides, and it's just easier to use this for that kind of that big of a curve. Otherwise, you could switch it out and use one of these. This one's a little used up, but I got more of those ones. So.
Okay. Well, thank you.
If you want to switch it out again, just let me know, or you can do it yourself. And then the vacuum hook right here, just turn it on, because that's going to create the most amount of dust.
Does that mean
What's that?
Does that mean I was holding it too long?
Yeah, it was just the bit burning, just going too slow. But it's also lighter wood. This is less dense, so it burns easy. You want to get that side too? That's the plugged in one. Here, this one. Just waiting for it to set up still? Still tacky?
Somewhat.
You can probably set it in the sun and it'll dry a little bit faster.
When I go to sand it, will the burn mark come off?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, oh crap.
No, it'll come off.
Okay. I'll figure that will. Now you just take the jig, just cut it across here, cut it across here.
Yeah. Yeah. And then there's a light to follow, so you can kind of. Yeah, that's fine. Just toss it and get a new sheet. That's the cost of doing business in woodworking. 80 and then 120, then 180, And somewhere I have 220.
Right here.
That's 240. That'll work. I just put a fresh 80 on there. Yeah, fresh 80 on here. Just sand it. Once you get it, if you want to get
the handle right there.
okay. Then yeah, just sand it so that it's mostly flat through 80. Flip it over, sand it so you can kind of feel how it's up, especially right here. So we'll do 80 and then 120, and then 180, and then 240. And then after we get to 240, we'll put the oil on it. You're going to want to cut your handle in it before you get to like 180. What's up, everybody? Can you hear me? Okay, my mic's on. Welcome.
You know, good. I just gotta sand it on the inside sand it.
Yes, sand it smoother. And then, if you want to leave these in, you can. If you don't, they're fairly shallow. We can send it through the planer again. Unless you want to keep it. The epoxy is too cold for the epoxy. The 5-minute epoxy is taking like an hour because it's too damn cold.
And then these will come off pretty good.
Yeah, this we can fill with the CA glue. This one here, we can still do CA glue. It'll just take a few layers.
Because I bet this will be the bottom. I mean, I guess either way.
Yeah, you still want to fill that in and seal it so that way, because you don't want any moisture to get into there. Around that, instead of doing it with the sander, we just use the router. Set it on there.
Nice.
And then you can do the same thing on the corners.
Oh, really?
And then after that, you just hit it with a hand sanding block, kind of smooth it out.
Something else, you gotta sand all sides. So this, since it's on the side.
No, we'll get those hit and get some of this out, and then we'll use the CA glue and to fill it in. Do it. It might just be deep.
Yeah. Yeah, when I sand it came out pretty good, so yeah, a little tiny more.
Which is fine.
Yeah. You have to put in the handle either here or to put it on the side, right?
Yeah. So put them on the side. What we'll have to do is we'll have to put the handles in, and then we'll have to drill a really small hole to fit the bolts in there and glue it inside there.
How deep is the one there?
About an inch. Yeah. And then you can get the battery powder router and smooth these over. So have you ever used one before?
That one, long time.
So on and off, and you're always gonna, for the outside, you're gonna push. So you just put it on there, get it up. There's a bearing, so it's gonna ride on the outside here, and you just put it on there. And
Oh, okay. How many times do they screw a factory?
what's that?
Times?
No, you just need to do it once, and then after that, you can just get one of the hand sanding blocks and just kind of hit it with sandpaper. And so what we're gonna do is, like, after you get the shape done, sand it with the 80 grit, then 120, then 180, and then the 220, and then after that we'll do the oil. And then the handles, we'll do the handles last. Hello everybody, I'm doing a woodworking class for Wounded Warrior veterans. Teaching them how to make charcuterie boards out of black walnut, either serving trays or charcuterie boards, depending on what they want to do, out of the slabs that are pictured from the thumbnail. So I'm kind of busy, I won't be able to answer many questions, but that's what I'm doing. Did you hit it with the activator?
Oh, no.
Yeah, so after using the CA glue, it's 2-part super glue, so you got to put the glue in and then spray it with the activator.
Okay. And wait a little bit.
It'll harden in like 30 seconds.
Okay.
And then you just keep adding layer after layer until it's full. And you can put some in here or not. We can sand that a little bit smoother. But you're going to do handles on the side, right? Is that what you're going to do? Or on the top?
Probably thinking about the top.
Okay. I'll show you what handles I have so you can pick which ones you want, figure out which ones. You got a question?
He's over.
Yeah, that's all the handles I got.
Under these.
Okay. I only got one of this one. And if you want to make it straight, we can cut that to make it straight if that's what you want to do. Really up to you.
Kind of straighten this out or kind of curve it out. So it's gonna
Keep it with the curve. I mean, once that hardens up, it'll be.
Oh yeah, you can put it in there.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Okay.
And what's the other side? Yeah, I like that side too. The grain is a lot.
Yeah, the wave of the
Yeah,
grain
yeah,
here,
the
and
curl.
then once it comes out, it should look.
No, it'll look really nice. So and we'll put these in last.
Can I route the edges while we're waiting, or wait till sand?
I'd put some more glue in here.
Okay.
Yeah. I would at least sand this flat once the glue's hardened, and then this part right here, because we don't want the epoxy to get all over the router bit. It'll gum it up and it won't cut very well.
Gotcha.
That's pretty good. I mean, if you want to get that out, you can keep sanding until that line's gone. Like so, you're gonna put a handle over here, so it'll be all right. After you get done with 80, that's generally when I cut the shape. So whatever shape you want, and then after that, go to the 120. The 80 grit just kind of helps smooth it out, kind of give you an idea of what it's going to look like, and then do the shape.
Just thick enough to put the handles on the side.
Yeah. You're gonna put. You want to put handles on the side, like okay, yeah, and then keep sanding till that's out. But don't stick it in one spot or tilt too much, because then you'll get a wave in it. So you want to keep it as flat as possible, and just let the sandpaper do the work. If it gets gummed up or whatever, then switch out to a new sheet. I've got plenty of 80 grit. Yeah, I put that one on right before you got here, so it should be good. Are you trying to shape it more, or are you trying to smooth it more? This is a thicker, heavier grit, so it'll take more away at one time. This is 120, so this is more for like smoothing. Yeah, that's good enough to sand. That's good. It's good enough to sand. We can probably. Yeah, I want to see how well it's set up. It's still kind of setting up. Yeah, it's fine. The rest of it will come out with sandpaper. It'll gum up the sandpaper, so you'll have to use more than one sheet of 80 grit. And then once it's sanded smooth, we'll have like little low spots, and then we'll just fill that with the CA glue to make it nice and smooth, and you'll have to keep sanding until all the air bubbles are gone. Teaching a class? Yeah, I am. I got a bunch of vets in here with me from Wounded Warrior Project, and we are doing charcuterie boards or serving trays, whichever they want to do out of black walnut. It's my first class ever. Hopefully I will do this more and more often. It'd be a good thing to do. Woodworking therapy. There's my that's pretty good. This little crack right here, you should put some clear CA glue in there and then sand it. So that way it doesn't keep opening up over time. It looks small now, but over time it could open up a little bit. So just put a little bit of CA glue in there, let it kind of soak into the grain, and then hit it with the activator, and then sand it.
Hey, George, you got hand sanded? It's in my hand. I got the 80 done.
You might want to sand this part out a little bit more.
Yeah.
Unless this is the bottom, then it doesn't really matter.
The bottom.
Okay, then you're fine. So, yep, that's good. So then switch it over to the 120. This has already got 120 on it. So you'll do the whole thing 120.
Is this okay with all the little...
Yeah, that's fine. This right here, you can get a.
You don't know this head too with the router?
It's the bottom. It's the bottom. If you're gonna keep this as the bottom and we're gonna put feet,
Yeah.
then I would just hit it with by hand, just so it's got a sharp edge. But just a regular, just hand sanded, rounded over edge will be fine. You can hit it with the router. It's not gonna do anything.
I'll do it my hand. This one went natural.
Yeah, it'll make it look more natural. And I would just spend like 5 minutes, just making sure you go over it. Because what you're doing is now you're getting all the 80 grit scratches out. And then you're smoothing it out, and then you move up to the grit. What's that?
They gotta do it one more time.
Yep. So all these little air bubbles get the pick, and then kind of open it up a little bit, and then just get a little bit more CA glue. Use the
clear one.
We use the clear one with this. Here, it's got this nice little, so you can get down inside the little small little holes. And we'll just kind of hit the crack right here. And then you'll sand it again. Because it's so little, you can use 180 grit for that, or 120 grit, yeah. And just hit it with the activator.
Glue on this side too.
Yeah. Yeah, just let it soak there in the little crack there. And that's just going to help keep it from opening up over time. These are, these are both 120. And that's I think this one's, 60 grit, so. Yeah, that's pretty good. I would just hit it with the 120 sander by hand. Not, I mean, you can use this, but you really want to use the random orbital. Do both sides, and then if you want to smooth this out, you can hit it on there. They're sitting right over here. I'll just bring them over there. I don't think I got any shorter ones. I think they're all the same length. Yeah, those are all big. Yeah. I don't. I'm kind of running low on handles. I get all these at Habitat for Humanity resale store. They're super cheap.
That one's a little piece.
Yeah.
Thought I had more. Yes, I do not. Is there another one to match this one? No. That's 120. What do you need? You can use that. I mean, this is 60. I got one that has 80 on it. Yeah, that's 80. This will be easier to put on than this way. Once you put it on this way, you're stuck with these handles. Because the way that we have to put it in is going to be glued in. If you want to change out handles, then this way is better, but you will have to get handles that have that exact spacing. I try to keep it between 3/4 to an inch from the edge.
So rough with like a party.
No, I haven't made it. Yeah, that's just like a slab. No, the ones I usually make are like what they're doing, or like this size.
What was that place downtown in Franklin? Was it Fresno? Fresno?
Yeah.
Fresno used to bring you, remember that?
Yeah.
And it was different. They had one for like 2-3 people to eat, and they had one that was like 10 people to eat, and they bring you a gigantic.
I got enough wood, nice wood now. I want to make myself a cutting board for a brisket.
Nice. Hell yeah.
I've done a couple really big ones. I've done one in the shape of Texas that was like it was 22 inches wide, and I think like 24 inches tall, something like that. Yeah, about that thick. It was a cutting board. And then I've done South Carolina, and there's 3 states: Texas, South Carolina, Virginia. No, not Virginia. I can't remember. I show you, but my phone is.
The whole shape of the state.
Yeah, I cut it out in the shape of the state. So it took a while. This is a cutoff from it. So like, it was about this wide. But yeah, this is just a cutoff. This is what I showed him, what it looks like when you do put oil on it, because that's what it looks like without the oil. Yeah.
Very cool. So you were trying to make it rectangular or no?
What's that?
You were trying to make it rectangular or no?
No, it was just the shape of that I was going for. And then this was a cutoff, so I was going to cut it and turn it into a real small, skinny, like charcuterie board type thing. I just never got to it.
This is what I made.
Oh, noodle board?
Yeah. It was all, like there's no nails or anything. It was all
the dowels? Yeah.
It's just like 5 days, 8 hours.
I can see you at the
yeah, it's all different, like
tongue and groove, and then
tongue and groove, 3 different pieces of wood. Oh my god!
Oh yeah,
it's huge. That's right.
Yeah. Just grab a stick. We can use this too. This 120 on here already. Yeah.
Somebody was getting one for like that. Me, probably had like sausage. I still have it there.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. Hey, I'm on it. Let's go for the next one. Great. Let's talk a little bit.
But you did pick one of the skinnier pieces. Well, I mean, another option to do. We have to set it up is you route out the channel so you have finger holes. But and you can also buy. I mean, you know, find your own handles and put them on. If you're gonna put them in this way, what I do is I take the hardware, cut the head off, and then figure out where you want to put it. Drill a hole just barely bigger than this, and then put like super glue, shove it in there, and then just put some tape around it to kind of hold it in place, and it'll hold it. But you're never going to be able to switch handles. So make sure you get the right handles that you want to keep. Yeah, if you want to do handles this way, then you just drill a hole. You know, you get longer screws and.
I'm looking for 220.
That's good. That one's ready for oil.
I gave it 120.
It's 120?
Yeah.
So then do the 180 next.
180 and then 240. Hey brother, what I'm gonna do with the last two pieces, I was just gonna plane them, and then I'll give them to people that can work them.
Okay.
That'll be fine?
I'm gonna set them over there then.
Yeah. I was just gonna plane them.
Okay. It's like he's done this before.
Bro, that looks so good, bro. That's what's up. I love it, man. That's what's up.
Now you just gotta put teeth and it'll look like a handsaw.
Oh, there you go. I like it. I thought you got it. Hey, you got a fill piece.
What's that?
You got a fill piece.
Yeah. I got picks over there, and then you just blow the dust out of it. The epoxy's not setting up very well, so it's just too cold. I put twice as much hardener in it for his board over there, and it's 5-minute epoxy, and it still took like 40 minutes to set up because it's only 65 degrees. So
Yeah, I'm trying to do things that I could do besides this. I'm trying to do everything else.
you do woodworking stuff too, or you do this a little bit?
Yeah, so I did like our show. I love leather.
Okay.
It's beautiful. But our pantry, my wife wanted some shelves, so I got a whole bunch of these lighted slabs. And all I did was I got them pretty much flat, level. I didn't do charcuterie boards. But I love this. This is awesome. I told her I want to start doing woodworking. She's like, we should go and learn how to do it.
It's therapeutic for me. I enjoy doing it.
I didn't fill the holes in.
Yeah.
I didn't fill the holes in before I sand it, right?
Yeah, you're gonna need to fill that in. That's pretty deep. The epoxy's not really working. So what I'm gonna do is we'll mix some sawdust and some glue to fill this in, so we don't have to use as much CA glue.
Okay.
And it'll be a little bit easier.
Okay.
Yeah, first, if it was cheaper, I would have done it way bigger.
Can I stop you real quick? I'm just gonna steal some sawdust out of here. Might want to empty that. It's pretty cool. I'll save this. Will you grab another cup? I'm gonna save some of this. That should be.
Oh yeah, I got a few deep holes in here.
Yeah, I like it better with my hand than with machine. Yeah. Machine needs a little micro things in there, but my hand moves it out real good.
That's why you work through the grits.
But look,
You work through the grits with the hand, and then at the very end, I always do with hand with the grain.
man, I love my hand, to be honest. 120, right? 120? Josh, 120?
Yes, that's 120. Yeah, so we'll just keep adding more glue until you get like a almost like peanut butter, and then set it in there. It'll take a little bit longer to dry, but it'll start to set up in like 30 minutes or so. And that'll be better than just wood filler or regular wood filler. There you go. This one's a little bit thicker. Probably be easier to use than that. Those are just coffee stir sticks, so. Hey, 3 people still watching. All right, thank you for watching. I wonder if I can zoom out. Can I zoom out? No, that's all the way zoom out.
You for somebody else.
There you go. That's what I usually do.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, we'll sand it down.
You got the same one on the all these holes?
Yep. I got some toothpicks too if you need to like kind of push it down in there.
Oh, okay.
And then you can smooth it out over top. That's done. What's that?
I can share his.
This for like the knots and stuff, I would just use the black CA glue.
Okay.
You just put it in there and then just hit it with the activator. Try to keep that standing upright. And then for these, if you want to fill those in,
Yeah, with
yeah, it'd be easier to use the wood glue.
somebody do that. So this is black P8.
Yeah. I mean, you can use regular and like this is just clear.
The black looks good though.
Yeah, especially with the walnut, it looks better. Alright. If you guys are watching, I'm conducting a class in the Warrior Thunder, teaching veterans how to make charcuterie boards or serving tray, depending on what they decide to do. Choose. Yeah.
After I did all that work, and then I find out some holes.
Yeah.
Should I fill them again and let it be?
It's up to you. You don't have to if you like the character.
Yeah, I do like the character.
Then yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Mostly you just don't want holes on the top surface. The sides are, you know,
That's looking good.
So what grade did you sand it up to?
180.
180? Okay.
And 220?
Yeah, you can do the 220.
I'm gonna do the edges right here with the 180 first. Or
Need to get more 220. Where's that put? Oh. What'd you need?
I'm just ready for 180.
Okay. Right here. Don't forget to hit the ends too as you're sanding.
what it is.
It's 240. I'm at 220, so 240 is what. Then when you're ready to do these, we'll use the router to get these nice and rounded.
Okay.
Hey guys, it's Friday. Greetings from Fredericksburg, Virginia. Nice. Got 8 people watching. Thank you for watching. Doing a charcuterie / serving tray class with a bunch of veterans for the Wounded Warrior Project. It's my first class that I'm teaching, and doing it for woodworking therapy. Hopefully I can do this more than once. More would be great. Well, that's set up. We can use the router.
Okay.
So it's already set to the right depth. Just that's on and off, and all you're gonna do is just put it up to the edge, and you always want to like push this away from you as you're doing it. So just like that, give you a nice rounded edge. You don't really want to hit this. You want to do this more with hands, so that way that way you can keep that live edge look, but that way you get rid of this really sharp edge. Just dip by hand.
Yeah.
And then for the inside there, you gotta set it in there. Just like that.
Okay.
And then after that, you can get a piece of sandpaper and just kind of go around it, like smooth it out a little bit. And that'll give you this time to set up, and then you can sand that. Nope. Once you get to that, it's nice and smooth. It's good. And we'll set this to the side, and we'll oil them all at the same time, and then we can. Yeah, you can get the air compressor and blow all the dust off of it.
I need more sanded, don't I?
Yeah, that's. This is probably what, 80, 120?
What is it? 80?
Yeah, 80 grit. So now you want to do 120. Yeah, 120 on that. And then after 120, do the 180, and then 240.
180.
Yep. 80, 120, 180, 240.
I'm gonna play the other two. This is the one that I'm gonna use here. Is it okay?
Yeah.
We'll do the whole now later.
Say that again?
The whole now later.
Oh, we'll do it later. We'll put the handles and we'll put the feet same time.
Okay. So this is the already.
Yeah, yeah. So you just set that to the side. We'll set it over there. We can oil it later.
We'll do it long and finish it.
Yep. What's up?
Pull all the stuff out on the thing.
Oh, it'll be fine. Once it starts drying and you start sanding it, it'll get pulled some of it out, but it'll be all right.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Very hard. You got there before you got to it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I usually, depending on, yeah, it's on there.
I love your shot.
Thanks.
This is a nice setup you have.
It's the reason why I bought this house.
Really?
Yeah, it was for the shop. Yeah, and it's just, I've been doing this for, well, the first thing I ever built when I was a teenager was skateboard ramps, and that's what got me into building stuff. And then, you when I was stationed in Texas, home projects, so I'm like, okay, do a little bit. Moved here, and I really like doing it, and so I started doing it, and then people are like, hey, can you build this and build that? And so every client I've ever gotten, all the money that I've ever made, I just buy new tools, and I just keep expanding and expanding. Like, all the money that I'm getting from here is gonna go to get dust collection, like whole shot dust collection. Like, I'm just constantly upgrading. So like, I haven't taken a dime for money wise. It's all going back into the shop. So, and eventually, like, I want to do this a lot more and do woodworking therapy. Like, be able to have people come over, whether it's either through organizations like this, or like I just set up a class and say, hey, I'm going to do this like for 8 people. Here's how much it costs, and you come and do the same thing, but just for anybody. So
It's very therapeutic.
it is, yeah. I got some problem. I mean, like, I barely just cleaned that corner just for this class, because when we bought the house 2 years ago, the owner lived in there for a month because I lived on post, so we had a month overlap, and they took everything they wanted out of the shop, and we started moving stuff in here. And so for the last year and a half, it's been like that corner was still stuff from moving here, like camping gear, like all that stuff. And I've slowly just been like working my way around trying to organize. So I need to I'm going to build like an actual miter station with actual cabinets, and I'm going to take that bench out that's there and do, actual cabinets and stuff like that. So
I jealous. I work out my back deck
Yeah.
like with a little hand saw, and like I put saw horses down. And it's like I put up my work area. And
Yeah. Tear it down. Yeah. When I lived on Post, I had half of the one-car garage, and every time I had to do something, I had to reorganize, and everything was on casters, and like pull everything out and do it, and then set it all back, and then it's gonna rain. I have to stop. You know, I mean, I had like a little, the canopy for a little while, and I would work under that, but it was just a pain.
I started buying stuff. I got a bandsaw for Christmas. I got one of those kind of sanders. No, I think it's that guy with the wheel and the top thing. And I even went out and bought a planer, like this DeWalt, also really nice DeWalt planer. I bought it 3 years ago. It's still sitting in a box in the garage.
Well, now you know what they do, so.
I just had that opportunity, and then the space was really good. I just like, this is amazing.
Yeah, I like it because I can buy, the rough lumber, and I can mill it down myself, or even like 2x4s. If I don't want it to be too, I can plane it down to the thickness I want, or it's, I don't know. And then, and I have like the joiner to be able to flatten boards out, because like if you get some boards, if they're twisted, when you sand through the planer, it'll keep the twist in it. So what you have to do is you build a planer sled, which you get like a big flat piece of wood, and you put it on there, and you put wedges underneath it and like hot glue, so you can kind of even it out, and then you send it through light passes, and it flattens it, so you get rid of that twist. So.
I saw it on YouTube.
I'm live streaming to my YouTube channel right now, so I've been I'm not monetized yet, but I'm close. But I was monetized for a while, but then I deployed and I had no activity, so they demonetized me, and then they changed the stipulations to what you had to get remonetized, and I was just like, fuck it. And then I was an instructor for AIT, and I was like, I got no time to do anything because it's just working with the students all the time. So no, well, I got my first sponsor. They sent me a garage shelf organization that you hang from the rafters. So I just got that like last week. So I got to do a video on building and installing it. So like that's the first thing I've ever gotten sponsored wise. That's awesome. So other than this, I guess you could say this is sponsored by Winter Warrior Project. So. Question? I don't have any more 220. Just do 240. Yeah. Yeah, it's over here. You can do it by hand. It's easier to do it with the random order rule. I usually do the random orbital first, and then afterwards I'll just do it by hand to go with the grain, so that way you get rid of like little tiny swirl marks.
After the 120, you go 180.
180. Yep.
And then 240.
Yep. And try to line the holes up so that way you get better dust suction going out. And then just every so often, just empty the dust bag so that way. Because if you get a lot of dust in the sandpaper, that's when you start to get those little swirl marks, because the sandpaper is not able to get rid of the dust.
You can hang that in your office, like if you're a principal.
Oh shit!
There you go. That's a principal paddle right there.
Needs a few more holes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. While this is still drying, you can probably get the sanding pads and just kind of work on hand sanding the edges here and getting some of the burn marks off.
Okay.
Use one of these?
Yeah, that's probably. I think that's the rougher one. I got more over here. That's 60 grit, I think. That's 120 on here. And here's some more 120. And then this one, I only have 120. Put some oil on it and have some lunch. This is also 120 if you want to get just different ways to hold the sandpaper, different ways to get into it. I also got square sheets. Yeah. Sometimes what I do is I've stuck it in my drill so I can sand the insides.
Oh yeah.
Without having to stick my finger in there.
Yeah.
Try to make things easier for myself when I'm doing stuff, you know?
Right. Trying to make it more painless. There you go.
Yeah. And then sometimes you make mistakes and then you're like, fuck. Just spent 6 hours for no reason. Start all over.
You do epoxy resin?
I do not. And only because you have to let those things sit for a week at a time once you pour the epoxy. And I just don't have the patience to do it. And like if it was just something small, like maybe like a top of like an end table or like a nightstand maybe, but like a full kitchen table. Because a lot of people don't want to pay the like $3,000 to get one. Because I mean you're buying huge slabs, and those are like a couple $100 a piece, and you need 2 of them or one giant one that's like $500 to $800 to $1,000, and then the epoxy itself you're gonna need gallons and gallons and gallons, and that's like another $800 worth of epoxy plus the man hours. People don't want to spend $3,500 for a table.
I want to start doing.
At least not from a person like me. They'd rather go to Ashley and spend $3,500 on a table, but they won't spend $3,500 for me to do it because it's a name brand or whatever. Like. What's that? I have a stamp.
Okay.
Yeah, I just have a.
Your stamp all over.
Yeah. And I got it. I was like, yeah, it's just a stamp. And I don't label a lot of my stuff. I just haven't. There's a lot of stuff if they want it dark stained, like it's not going to show up. So if it's something that's like lighter, like I might put it like on the underside of a drawer or something like that, or like on the inside. Like I'll probably put it like on the inside of a drawer, but for the most part, most people, I don't know. I want to get a brander, but I just haven't. Ideally, I would like to get a CNC.
Yes.
Or a laser graver, so I can do it that way. But I just, yeah, that's a big space too. So it's like, and I have an idea of how I want to lay the shop out, but I just haven't gotten there. Then my next big purchase, I need to get a mini split, which I try to get Mr. Cool to sponsor me, but they haven't responded because it's easier to have a mini split for AC and heat because that little AC came with the shop. But it doesn't keep up. It's supposed to do AC and heat, but the heat doesn't work, and the AC like barely works. So then I bought a bigger like industrial AC over there, and both of those combined, like it stays pretty cool. But without the insulation being up there, and like they started and it started falling down. So it just kind of like bakes. But I just recently put heat reflective, UV reflective paint on the ceiling or on the outside, and that keeps it 10 degrees cooler in here than outside, and that helped a whole lot more. But I would like to get a mini split so I can get rid of the wood stove, and then it takes that whole corner. I want to turn into my own little bar, but the wood stove is so heavy it's cracked the concrete, and that corner of the shop is sinking. So when they built it, they didn't put enough support for a wood stove. So I have to remove the wood stove, tear up the concrete, lift the corner of the shop back up to level, and then re-pour concrete. So, and then eventually I want to build an addition on the back and put a door, and then that'll be like my man cave, like golf sim, bar, and then that corner will be, and have like a half bath in there and tie it into the septic so I don't have to go in the house. And then that corner over there will be like where the bandsaws and I'll get like a tall drill press, just some of the more auxiliary tools. But it's a work in progress, so it's a lot nicer now than it was when I first moved in, because like I said, that whole half of the shop was stuff from when we moved in. So finally we got a lot of, and now the garage is just a mess because I got tired of it, so I took everything and shoved it in the garage. Now the garage needs to be reorganized. But I got my space out here. Yeah. I'll get there eventually. It's just, I just need to take more time and do more projects. I need to finish these nightstands and get a couple more jobs. But now I like working for myself. I don't have to.
You don't have to worry about it.
No, I get up whenever I want. And during the summertime, like I would be out here till 11 o'clock at night because I wouldn't start till like 5 in the evening when the sun was going down. Because it'd be like I said, before I painted the roof, it'd be like 90 degrees outside, and with both ACs, it would be 90 degrees in here. Like it just kept it at the outside temperature.
Yeah, swamp fan.
It's too much humidity because then it messes up with the wood.
Yeah.
But with that being painted now, it keeps it 10 degrees cooler, and with the ACs going now, it's comfortable in here. So that's been very helpful. And then in the wintertime, the metal roof gets cold, and it just like you can feel the coldness coming from the ceiling. So I thought I got to get the insulation up. That's my next big project. I'll take the money that I got from this. I'm going to use to get more insulation and fix it. But like I said, it's a long work in progress.
It just takes a little time. It takes time. I would say a little time, but it's looking great though.
Yeah, thanks. This was $400.
How about? When I'm going to throw it out, I'm getting me Let's do these couple things every now and then.
The really nice DeWalt one is like $600.
I don't mind that.
Yeah, they're very useful. Once they're done hogging up the sanders, you guys would be able to sand, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, actually, you know what? You can do. do 120 on this one. Oh, wrong side. There you go. You can use this one. It's set it for 120 with the soft pad.
Okay, that'll be good for those.
Yeah, good for the corners.
Yeah.
And then you can use it for the top too, but just try to keep it more flat.
Okay. Thank you. I'll get some more to do on that, so hopefully it can.
Yeah, I got some 80 grit too. So
Yeah, I'll wait on that because that's a little bit better.
when you want to do 80 grit, just take the Velcro pad off and then put this on there.
Okay.
Do relief cuts.
Relief cuts? You got it.
And then it'll be easier for you to. You won't have to back all the way out. It's looking good. Yeah, we'll get the air compressor. This is just sawdust and glue, so you can put some of that in like
A little hole.
in these little holes and stuff.
You'll fill it in.
And it'll help fill it in.
Okay.
You can use your fingers too, just like push it in there. And then you can also do it on here if you want to. Just make it smooth, and then give it a little bit of time, like 20-30 minutes. It'll dry up a little bit, and then sand it, and it'll solidify inside there. And because it's the same sawdust, it'll match a lot better. It just won't look clear like that, like dark. It'll just be a little bit lighter color. And then you can hand sand it or whatever. And there's some coffee stirrers if you want to shove it in that way. A lot of these guys are pretty close to just doing oil, so if we can do like a little bit of oil and then eat lunch or whatever, let it soak up. Be a good stopping point.
There's some more petals on there.
What's that?
They can fill in very well, I guess.
Well, also because this is the sapwood where the bark was at, that's like where all the bugs crawl. So the more you sand, you might open up another hole too.
Yeah.
But it's getting good. If you want it to be 100% smooth, then we just to get it sanded, and then we add more like CA glue, or this is the wood glue stuff, so it's still kind of soft.
Okay.
But we can put some CA glue on top of that, and that'll harden it. Ready? We can set it out in the sun while you're eating lunch and let that wood glue, harden up too.
7 point?
Huh?
The 7 point?
Yeah, good stopping point. I'm sure they're getting hungry, so.
Yeah.
We're gonna stop and eat some food. Huh? You're at a good stopping point, so that's nice and smooth. She's good.
Beating on the back of the building.
No. It's this.
Oh.
It has a HEPA filter, so every so often it pushes bursts of air to be able to clean the filter, but just turn it off. No, I'll just turn it off. It's automatic filter cleaner. Believe me, the first time I was like, what the fuck? I was like, this thing's broken. Anybody got any questions? No? Alright. My mic's on? Mic's on. Alright. We're about to break for some lunch, so I'll be into the stream here in a little bit.
Okay.
We'll just set that out in the sun and let this glue harden up.
Is that one big hole on mine in the front is okay?
Where at?
It's on the front side.
Come on there.
This one.
You can fill it in, or you don't have to.
No, I was gonna leave it.
Or just blow it out with the air compressor before we put any oil on it, so it cleans all the dust out of there, and it'll be good. Yeah, that's good. Probably fill this in a little bit more down here. Just hit the air compressor with it and use some CA glue.
Is that fine, or put some more glue on it?
I would blow that out or pick it out and then put some CA glue in there. If you want to blow yourself off there, you can use the air compressor. Oh, thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna stop the stream right now so we can go to lunch. And the power cut out. Yep, it's because the air compressor and the sander's on at the same time. Number one. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. Let's eat some lunch. Have a good day.